Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So there's been a lot of drama surrounding the Lakers this season, right? They've been the talk of the town. I've said in previous videos that they are by far the most interesting team in the NBA. One day the sky is falling with the Lakers. The next day, they're the greatest things to slice bread. They're going to be world beaters. They're going to be championship favorites. That just seems to be the case with the Lakers this season. It's not just this season, right? It's usually, that's how it usually is with the Lakers, because they're the biggest brand in basketball. Let's just face it. They're the biggest brand. Of course, the New York Knicks are there. They're a more valuable franchise. But if we're talking about star power, winning, big names, marquee players that have played for the franchise, I think the Lakers are at the top of the NBA. Let's just be honest about it. With all of that, with all of the different storylines, with all of the drama, I think there's one particular story that is not getting coverage. That's not getting enough coverage by big media. Let me just quickly say this for a moment. I don't follow a lot of YouTubers. I don't look to see what other YouTubers. We don't look to see what other YouTubers are doing when we come up with these videos. When we say no one is talking about, I'm literally not paying attention to anyone. I'm focused on what we're doing here. But I think the storyline that's not getting enough coverage is the Carmelo Anthony storyline. Y'all remember Carmelo Anthony? Carmelo, one of the top 10 scorers in the history of basketball, one of the most gifted offensive players to ever play basketball. The guy that came into the NBA that was drafted, who's was a draft mate of LeBron James, the 10-time All-Star. He's been on 6 All-NBA teams. He led the league in scoring in 2013, the NCAA Finals for most outstanding player. I think he won the championship with Syracuse. He has multiple gold medals. That Carmelo Anthony, yes. That Carmelo, I think, is not getting enough coverage this season, to be quite honest with you, because there's so much, the Lakers have been mired in so much drama that we really haven't spent much time focusing on Melo. I want to get into some of his stats this season. Coming off the bench, mind you, in 6 games, in 27 minutes, Carmelo Anthony's averaging 15.7 points per game. Get this, he's shooting 48.5%. That's remarkable. Not only is he shooting 48.5% from the field, he's shooting 50%, an efficient 50% from the three, making 3.2 three-pointers a game, attempting 6.3. That's excellent. He's also shooting 90% from the free throw line. I want you guys to mull this over for a second. Carmelo Anthony is damn near having a 50-40-90 season coming off the bench. I don't think there's any player in NBA history, to my knowledge, that has come off the bench to have a 50-40-90 season. Obviously, still early in the NBA season. They've only played 6 games, but nevertheless, the numbers are what they are, right? If his numbers were abysmal, we'll be talking about them, so you got to give him props. He's getting you 4 rebounds off the bench, 1 assist, 0.5 steals, and 0.5 blocks, and there has been no drama surrounding this guy. Just last night, they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. And again, he was huge. He scored 24 points coming off the bench, 5 rebounds and 1 assist coming off the bench. That's excellent, right? And I don't think Melo is getting enough credit for just how good he is playing. Just yesterday, he shot 75% from the field. Coming off the bench, he was 9 of 12. That's remarkable. He was 75% from the three-point line. He made 6 out of 8 three-pointers. For 24 points, and the team was I think they were just a plus 10 when he was on the floor. Carmelo Anthony has been a solid contributor for this Lakers team, and no one is really focusing on it. And I understand drama really sells, but to be honest with you, this guy deserves just a little bit more recognition for just how well that he's playing. And to take it a step further, listen, I think the Lakers have gotten more bang for their buck with Carmelo Anthony than they have with Russell Westbrook. Literally, they are getting more from Carmelo. They're getting more of their money's worth from Carmelo Anthony than they are from Russell Westbrook. I want you guys to mull this over for a moment. Russell Westbrook this season is slated to make $41 million. He's making $41 million to throw tantrums and bricks all over the court. That's Russell Westbrook. On the other hand, you have Carmelo Anthony that's making $2.1 million, and he's given them solid production coming off the bench. You got to give this guy a little bit more credit because he has shown that he has the ability now to join championship contending teams and contributing to winning. Not only is he contributing to winning, if you think about his situation with the Portland Trailblazers, of course, now you have his situation with the Los Angeles Lakers. There's been virtually no drama around this guy. He's just basically getting up and going to work. Now, some people will say, hey, listen, that's because Carmelo Anthony had to be humble throughout his career. At one point he was, a number one option on the team, and, he was close to, not playing in the NBA. So obviously he had to humble himself and all of these different things, blase, 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 blah. And there can be some merit to that. However, Carmelo Anthony's been playing in the NBA for 18 seasons. Russell Westbrook has been playing for 13. Now, yes, he's a little bit younger. Russell Westbrook, how old is Russell Westbrook? 32. Melo's 30. So he's 5 years. The age also factors in. The fact of the matter is this: Russell Westbrook is towards the tail end of his prime than he is like towards entering his prime. At a certain point, you got to be able to check your ego at the door. And the thing that I like about Melo is that not only has he checked his ego, but he's on teams and he's given them solid production. Westbrook, on the other hand, is not checking his ego, very defensive with the media, doing a lot of stupid things, like the thing that he went to go get upset with the kid. Well, I think it was the guy, 22, a 23-year-old. Just imagine you're 34 and you're there fighting with a 23-year-old. How do you look? You're 20. Think about this. He's 32 and you're there fighting with a 23-year-old. How do you look? It's like a dude in college fighting with somebody or arguing with somebody in junior high. God forbid the day I'll ever find myself into some nonsense like that. You're fighting with this guy, throwing antics, talking about this dude is disrespecting. Meanwhile, you're rocking babies to sleep and all of this stuff, and you're throwing up bricks and tantrums, right? I just don't see. I think Melo has given the Lakers more. In my personal opinion, Westbrook is maybe the bigger name, but I think Melo's giving him more on the, more on the court. This guy has just been producing at a very high level. And I think the reason that is because Carmelo Anthony seems to be a little bit more self-aware. He seems to understand where he is in time and his own reality, right? Westbrook just seems to be a dude that's just out there like a bull in a china shop, man. Just rummaging through, the court, just doing whatever it is that he wants to do. If you look at some of his turnovers, you're sitting there and you're asking yourself, you're like, does this guy know that he's playing with other people on the court? Does he know that? Or does he realize this? And to me, I think it's a shame that Melo's not getting enough credit for this, because to me, I think he's been one of the bright spots for this team, and I think he's going to continue to be a bright spot for the Lakers. And I think that they're not going to regret bringing him on their team. He's a veteran and he's giving them solid production. So these are my thoughts. And I think this is one of the biggest Lakers storylines that's not getting enough coverage by big media. So what I want to know from you guys is, do you agree? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day and catch you guys on the next episode.